Welcome to my channel, Thrifty Shutterbug. My name's Jessica. If you haven't been here before, I like to buy things to resell, especially if they're vintage. So in this particular episode, what I will be doing is going through the charity shops in my neighboring town and just kind of looking for some vintage stuff. Every once in a while I pick something up for myself, but in most cases it's to resell. And this particular day, I gave myself a challenge. I could only spend the cash I had in my pocket. So I couldn't splurge and take out my debit card or run to a ATM or cash point. I just had a certain limit, and basically it was a cash that was left after the previous car boot I had gone to. So anyway, this store, you're going to see I checking out these McDonald's collectibles, and I wasn't too sure on them, collectible books, that is. I wasn't too sure because this is a purchase that would have been for myself, not to resell, although I did think once I go through them, I could possibly sell them on. But it's something that I'm going to check out just for myself for now. And I'm sorry about the voiceover this entire video. I tend to like to just do maybe a voiceover at the beginning, if at all, and then let you roam around with me as if you were actually there. Unfortunately, the charity shops today, or in this particular day, had some music on, and YouTube doesn't like that for copyright reasons, so I had no choice but to do a voiceover, and in some cases it was very loud, so I couldn't even say just lower the audio. What I'm doing here is I'm looking at this teapot. I really want it. It looks cool in mid-century to me, but based on my budget, again, I decided I was going to put it back. So I'm just looking at those decanters briefly. And let's see here, looking to see if there's anything in these little boxes. I did see this teapot, but it looked kind of modern to me. It just wasn't anything that I thought was worth using a part of my budget for. But this guy definitely was, because he was Coopercraft. So moving on, this is actually another charity shop a few doors down. I picked up these ducks. They did look like they possibly could have been vintage to me. However, again, I just wasn't too keen on using part of my budget for them. So I checked out these. Now, here's the thing with these pots and pans. I wasn't too sure of the age. They just didn't seem old enough for me. I just kind of, I don't know, my gut said don't do it. And I do really like Hornsey pottery, so I picked that up, but left it behind. And these are really cute. Thing is, I wasn't sure they were vintage, so I also passed those up. You're going to see me pass up a lot of stuff. Tell me what you would have used your budget for. Now, I'll be honest with you, I cannot remember what my budget was that day. I really can't. I probably should have written it down somewhere, but I didn't. So I apologize. Picking up some of these pottery pieces. I wanted to see what's in this Wedgwood box. I figured it would be a plate, but I just wanted to see in case it was a plate that was really cool. So, I don't know, royal memorabilia. Here in England, there's loads of it. So I figured it wasn't something that I absolutely had to have. I do like those plates, though, that I didn't lift up. I don't know why I didn't look at those. And I see some coasters. They look maybe 70s, 80s, but again, left them behind. Now, here's the room I really like to shop in this particular charity shop, because it's where they put things that they mark down. So I don't know what their strategy is. Maybe it's stuff that sat out in the main part for too long and they need to just move things along, or what. But yeah, so I picked that up, that little bud vase. And I see some stuff here that I did pick up, but I don't think I put in this video. So I'll leave that for the haul. And that's the thing. If you don't like watching me go through, the charity shop, I don't know, shelves, whatever. I can't think of my words. Apologies. I could probably stop this voiceover and fix that, but I'm not going to because I'm going to keep it real. So anyway, if you're not a fan of watching me go through the shelves, you can skip all the way to the haul part. Never bothers me if you do. I'd rather that you get the content that you're here to see. So go ahead and skip to that part now if that's something that you find more appealing. In any case, moving over to this shelf, I see this little cruet set. Now, I do like it, but yeah, I mean, the tops look like they have a little bit of damage or wear, so I wasn't super keen on picking those up, but I don't know. I couldn't make up my mind. I actually went back to them again later, although I didn't get them in the end. So, and over here, it's like an explosion of stuff, so I don't know where to look first. But I pick up this decanter and I'm checking it out. I'm thinking I'm going to take the top off, and then I notice as I'm trying to take the top off that it's actually got a plastic stopper, which means it's not terribly old. So I put it back. Pick up my little bud vase again, and we're on the move. What will we find now? And then there's this thing, which I think is a part of like Bruina or Bruena. I don't know how you say that, but basically, you know, people that collect like beer, lager, and ale type stuff. Had a hunting scene on it. I put it back though. And then I picked up this gravy boat. I really like this gravy boat. I like the graphics on there and the age to it. It's just that I have a lot of gravy boats. Like I do this thing where I tend to buy a lot of soft, I can't talk, sauce boats, or creamers, milk jugs, that sort of thing. And then I realized that I have a lot of that stuff. So I put it back because I just thought, Jessica, you don't need another one, at least not right now. Okay. And back over to the shelf again. I have to get a second look. If I don't have a second look at stuff, then I just don't feel content. I feel like I might have missed something. So there I am looking at that cruet set again. Okay, so we move over to the British Heart Foundation. And the problem with this shop is, even though they have some great stuff, the prices are just too high. I think even if I were to buy some of this stuff for myself, I'm still not sure I would spend the money on it. I go down here to this Pyrex or, JAJ Pyrex, whatever it's called here in England. Suddenly can't think of it. This was a good set, and I do sell Pyrex. It doesn't make a lot of money. It does sell, but it tends to sit for a little while. So I just thought, I better not. I'm going to leave it. And I picked this up. What you don't see me pick up is the Sadler teapot, because I knew that would just, I was afraid to see what the price would be on the bottom of that one. Because that stuff is always priced very high. Okay, so we move out of there, we leave that shop, and now this particular charity shop, I think it's Age UK, does have some good stuff, and they have good prices, at least at this location. And I'm looking at the Jasperware, not because I want it, but because I was thinking about picking it up for somebody else who might. But I didn't do it. And I cannot pass up animal figurines. I just can't. I had to check them out. Now, the hedgehog, I do have one of those already, so I didn't pick that up. And one of the glass figurines had a chip, so I definitely didn't get that. But I believe I did go back for the little baby. Okay, now this penguin, I really like. I liked for myself. And then I thought, what are you going to do with it? Where will you put it? My wife will probably kill me if I get another thing that doesn't have any use. Or at least I don't know what the use would be right off the top of my head. And this was cool. I like this. I feel like it probably should have had a lid. Definitely no, it should have had a lid. And these were wicked. I mean, as far as vintage linens go, very cool, or towels. But again, I was sticking to that budget, and at this point in this particular shop, it's the last one I went to, and I was at the tail end of my budget. So I had to hum and ha over what I was getting. Now these, I was looking at them for future reference, and then I thought, well, you know what? You don't need that many, and there's only a set of 3. So, and this I love the color of, but I think it was modern. So, left that behind too. And these, I mean, these trouser pressers, they do well, but one, wasn't in my budget that day, 2, heavy, and my car was too far away. So. Right, so let's see what I picked up from the charity shops. If you hadn't seen it already, I'm going to show you right now. Now, first item that I'm going to show you is this Caithness glass little bud vase, handmade glass from Scotland. Look at the color. I just love that teal or aqua color. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I got it for £2. It says here it was originally $3.50, but £2, and I think that's a steal. I've had some of their glass before, and it does not stick around when I list it. And speaking of glass, oh, this is just so cute. Reminds me of some little glass animals that my great-grandmother used to collect. But look at this little deer. Oh, absolutely precious. I mean, so tiny and delicate. I'm like afraid to touch it. But yeah, so I got this at an absolute steal, and I'm going to list it. Once again, one of those items I'd rather keep, but I will list. And then sticking to the glass theme, I got this for 25 pence. I got it because I thought maybe it was uranium glass, but it's not. It says Crisal, C-R-I-S-A-L, Portugal. Let me see if I can show you guys the bottom. And yeah, I did test it with a black light. It's not uranium glass. However, 25p, and it's still really cute as like a little juice or water glass. So, and then one more glass item, so stick with me here if glass isn't your thing, but this I got for 99 pence, and it's a little sugar shaker. And again, these, I think I would have said it on a previous video, sugar pourers, sugar shakers, they do really well for me. And this will sell anywhere between like 11 pounds and 15 pounds, but I always aim for the higher side. So probably gonna list it on Etsy, well, maybe eBay, we'll see. That will be for 15 pounds. So in excellent condition, no rusting. I don't think this one's particularly old. Yeah, and it does have a maker's mark on the bottom, an H in a circle. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look it up and see if it's anything significant. Right, on to some pottery. Now this piece I got in the clearance section for $1.50, and it's this beautifully hand-painted studio pottery piece, and it's from Suffolk Larder, Sax Mundum. I hope I'm saying that right, Suffolk. And the pottery maker, now here's the thing, it looks like maybe a W in the middle, or it could be an M the other way it goes, but the stamp was put on not very well. It's a bit blurred, so I don't know exactly who made this. I do think it's very modern. Oh, let's see if I can get this out, because the cork doesn't appear that old, and it's very good condition. So I just love it though. I mean, look at those flowers. There we go. I know I haven't taken the price tag off. Apologies about that, but I haven't registered it in my book for bookkeeping yet. And when I photograph things, I like to write down the price so that when they sell, I can instantly look it up and see how much I originally bought it for, if I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, so look at this Look at this baby. So cute. Reminds me of my dog Molly. But I believe this is a Labrador. Look at this. It is Coopercraft. I was surprised when I asked the price because it did not have a price on it yet. They said it was going to be £3. Amazing, because I sold a Coopercraft Saddleback Pig recently for, I think, $32.95 plus shipping. Went all the way to San Diego. So I thought £3 and maybe I can get 30 pounds for it. I think they're going for about 25 or so right now. There are some on eBay that are lower, but I'm going to aim for the high side. So, and he does have this little Made in England stamp on the belly. Okay, let's set you down right there. Okay, I saw these 2 books. I wasn't sure if I was going to get them because buying McDonald's stuff is not exactly on my list of goals, but I thought it doesn't hurt to educate yourself. And let's see, this book is McDonald's Happy Meal Toys Around the World from 1995 to present, although you know, definitely not present day because this only went to 1999. So it originally went for $24.95. I think they're selling for around like £8 or so right now, but I got it more for myself. Okay, and then this one, McDonald's Collectibles. This one interested me more because it's not just the McDonald's toys, it's all sorts of McDonald's stuff. I mean, there are things in here that I remember from as a kid, you know, back when we had like the Hamburglar and Grimace, and you know, you don't really see them now, but goodness gracious, I mean, like sand pails that you would have seen given away during the summer. I had those, you know, that kind of stuff. Toys that were almost like Transformers a bit, but they were McDonald's themed. Oh, just let me see if I can get to one here that you might recognize. Ooh, so many things. Oh, even SeaWorld ones? See, I didn't even know there were SeaWorld McDonald's toys. So, I loved SeaWorld as a kid. Thought it was great. But today, kind of know some of the bad sides of it. So, I have mixed feelings over it. But anyway. And then Smurfs. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to go through this book. Oh, see, exactly. I had these. I had Kermit the Frog. My sister had Miss Piggy. I don't know, maybe my little brother had Fonzie. I don't remember that, but wow, I mean, it's just so nostalgic. See, I grew up like a block away from McDonald's, so I didn't find it all that interesting because we could go there nearly whenever we wanted. I wasn't keen on the food. Always made me feel a little sick. So, yeah. But the thing is, it is nostalgic. When you look through these toys, it brings you back to being a kid and you think, oh, I had that. I had that. My little brother had that. Or I really wanted that and I never got one. I kept getting the same toy over and over again. So that stuff for me is going to be really interesting going through this book. Plus, it does provide a little bit of an education, and it's toys from even New Zealand, because I was afraid that maybe it would just show like UK ones or just US ones, but it's got toys and McDonald's memorabilia from all over the world. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Both books were $2.50. Yep, $2.50. And yeah, that's everything from this little charity shop haul. I'm so glad you joined me for this. Thanks for sticking around if you've got this far. Please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please, please, please leave me a comment. I love the comments, good, bad, the ugly, whatever. I'd love some feedback. If you think there's ways I could improve, please let me know. All right, until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.